PTE Write from Dictation class, plus examples, tips, tricks, everything covered in this session. It's a new PTE format class. So when you take the real test, this is how it appears in the real examination. So right now you are seeing a tiny tab here, but this tiny tab will be expanded on 22-inch monitor, almost 22-inch monitor. It comes on the screen as a rectangularish thing. Go to the real examination and you have the high-end headphones to listen to the audios in the listening module. Here is where the instruction is present. You will hear a sentence, type the sentence in the box below exactly as you hear it. Write as much of the sentence as you can. You will hear the sentence only once. This is instruction. And this is the audio part here. Autonomously, audio gets played without your intervention. After a few seconds, let's say 4-5 seconds, the audio gets played. That audio will have only one sentence. And if you wish to adjust the volume, you can adjust the volume, increase it, decrease it. However, the default volume is sufficient for a normal person who does not have any hearing problem, right? And here in the bottom, you can see the writing box where you type your answer. You type your answer in this particular box. And if you wish to copy any word, paste any word, cut any word, these options are available. You can happily use them. Here is the word count. This is how it looks in the real examination. This is official exams screenshot taken from the PTA resources. Then click next when you finish answering one question. So what is dictation? Basically, it's the process of dictation is input output process, IO, input and output. You will get to hear one sentence which usually has some 10 words. That 10 words you will catch, you will listen carefully, you will catch those 10 words, and you will remember those 10 words and type those 10 words back in the correct spelling. This is what the task of dictation all about. All right. So input, output. Input is what? Some 10 word, 11 word, 8 word, 9 word sentence you get. What is the output? You type the same sentence with same words, at least you type. If sequence is not important. So this is IO. That's the process. Secrets of write from dictation. So if you do not know, so these are the secrets for you. Hmm. So let's learn some secrets of write from dictation. First one, it gives you score in both listening and writing. That's a heavy score it supplies you in both listening and writing, right? Provided you answer it correctly. Second one, adding extra words is okay. When you have confusion between two words, let's say produced, produce. If you have a confusion, students, student. If you have confusion, you can write both words, no problem. And if you have a tendency to forget some articles, preposition, you can always add them towards the end of the answer. Third one, the most common problem in write from dictation is writing spelling mistakes. This is the challenge people have. So you should avoid writing spelling mistakes. I'll be teaching you how you can manage things well. Now we will look at the numbers of write from dictation. So number of questions in the real examination. Generally, in 99% of the cases, you get only 3 questions from write from dictation in the real examination. However, there are chances of getting 4 questions in the test. That's not very regular. That's rare. And then what is the weightage? So each perfect answer gives you almost 10 marks in listening, 5 marks in writing. So 10 marks for perfect answer in listening and 5 marks per perfect answer in writing you get. If your answer is slightly lesser accurate, then you get slightly lesser score. Proportionately, you get the score. So it's almost like this. One word is equivalent to 1 mark. In listening, half mark in writing. One word perfectly written, perfect spelling, one perfect spelling is equivalent to 1 mark in listening and then half mark in writing. The other one, writing weightage is 15 marks is writing weightage. There is no complication. I'm sure you understand it. So 30 marks, if you're getting in listening, you get 15 marks in writing. So half of that. I said one sentence can have some 10 words. So 10, question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, 10, 10, 10, 30. And then half mark each word gives you. That is 15. Three simple steps to answer. Number one, what is it? Listen to the sentence carefully and repeat it until you write it down. So you have to listen. When you're listening to the sentence, if needed, close your eyes, pay extra attention. And once you catch the sentence, you keep on repeating that sentence until you type it or until you hand write it on erasable noteboard. So this is something everybody must follow, irrespective of your what you call memory capability. Right. Second thing, once you write the sentence, for example, if you're writing the sentence directly on the computer, you will add some extra words wherever you have some confusion, right? So I will show you as a demonstration in the upcoming session, right? And then you can proofread the answer and click the next button. So some students have questioned, should I write the first word capital, first words, first letter capital letter, and then at the end full stop? Are they mandatory? So sir, there are mixed opinions, right? The weightage for writing the first letter capital, putting the full stop at the end is very minimal. But that is something we all are habituated to write, correct? Today, if you ask me to write a sentence, or if I ask you to write a sentence, definitely you will start that sentence with capital letter. And when you finish that sentence, automatically you will put a full stop towards the end. We are all conditioned to do it. So let us not pay attention to all these tiny things. So anyway, you are habituated to write the capital letter in the beginning, put a full stop towards the end. Do it. Don't ask, look for others, validation for that. Go ahead. Okay. So guys, let's carry out some practice in my portal. Listening, I go to dictation. I have some 630 questions sitting in the portal. The first sentence is coming.
We employ an expert to advise on the new technology.
We employ an expert to advise on the new technology. We employ an expert to advise on the new technology, right? So there is a type of, we employ EMPLOY, employ an expert. So, but I'm having two thoughts, whether was it ED form V1 or V2. I'm confusing. So if you have confusion, you do write both. I think, you can do one more smart thing, that is just select it, copy it, paste it, right? And then one is, I have two thoughts running in my mind. Is it employee or is it employed? Okay. So I wrote both. Let me go for the feedback. So it gave me 10 on 10. So overall, the feedback is superb. I got 10 marks on 10 marks. You can see we, employee, matching. And expert, two, advice, right, on the new technology. For example, you have confusion between the advice SE and the advice CE. Both you have in running in your mind. What you can do, you can write both. All right, so that something can be done. But generally, general information I'm giving you, ADVISE is verb, action. ADVICE is what? Noun. Okay, that is different. This is slightly different. Okay, so for example, I advised my students to practice dictation consistently. I advised. So it is verb, correct? Action. I have given my students a piece of advice to practice dictation consistently. So I have given my students, given is what? Verb here. Advice is what? Noun. So if it is noun, CE, it is verb SE. This is the formal way of writing the spelling. Just for your information, this does not have any significance right now, but general sense I told you, in general sense. Let's look at one more question.
Sociology has become a popular discipline among college students.
Sociology has become a popular discipline among college students. Sociology has become a popular discipline among college students. Discipline among college students, among the college students. Okay, sociology has become a popular, P is missing, popular discipline among the college students. Maybe I'll start with capital S, I'll put a full stop at the end. So has become a popular discipline among the college students. Okay. So if you write extra the, extra a, extra and nothing happens, wherever you write it, nothing is going to happen, right? So you click it, the score is what? Maximum. So this is input, my dear students. So what is this is input, this is a question, and this is output. So the input words and output words have to match. Okay, so even if you tweak the sequence of the words, it's not going to affect. If there's no grammar sense in the sentence, nothing to worry, because Pearson PT does not check both grammar and meaningfulness in this task. It does not have any business with grammar, any business with the sequence in this particular task. Okay, so let's try one more question by unnecessarily tweaking the sequence. We'll see whether the score is happening or not happening.
This text explores market research techniques such as customer visits.
This text explores market research methods such as customer visit. This text explores market research methods such as customer visit. This text explores market research methods such as customer visits, This text explores market research methods such as customer visits. Okay. So if I jumble the words, let's do it. Okay, I'll cut this part. We'll properly put it here. About stop towards the end. We'll see what happens next. So it's 9. The reason is simple. In my answer, one word is missing, which is the word technique is missing. Okay. Market research technique is said in the audio, but I wrote what? Methods I wrote. I got a little bit carried away. This is very, very common in dictation, guys. So you have to pay extra attention. But if I practice dictation for a week or 10 days, at least for 5 days continuously, I'll be able to have that short-term memory aligned for the exam perfectly, because I have so many years of PT experience. So that's the thing. Okay, you see, I have tweaked the sequence of the sentence, but anything happened? Nothing happened when I tweak the sequence of the sentence. The sequence is not important. All right. So next question, let us see. I'll use some wrong spelling. What happens? Let's see.
Current research has been carried out in universities and other institutions.
Current research has been carried out in the universities and another institution. Current research has been carried out in universities and other institution. Current research is carried out in universities and other institution. Current research is carried out in universities and other institutions. And in other institutions. Okay, let's see. Current research is, and also hoping has been, maybe I'm adding this one as an additional thing. I'm not very sure, but I'm thinking current research has been carried out in universities and in other institutions. Okay, let me go over the feedback. Okay, 10 on 10, guys. It is perfect answer. There are no wrong words in it. Okay, I wanted to show you the spelling piece, isn't it? So let me do one thing. Let me restart this one. Okay.
Current research has been carried out in universities and other institutions.
Has been carried out in universities and other institutions. Maybe if you think that institutes is also correct, you can write it. Not a big deal. All right. So now what I'll do, I'll tweak the spelling of certain words. Research spelling I'll write wrong. Carried out, I'll remove armor. Maybe universities, I'll remove yes, right? And then I'll put some typo. Yeah. Okay. So let me go with the feedback. So the feedback says that these words went wrong. Research carried university. These are the words which went wrong. So when you write wrong spelling, you are bound to lose the marks. So then there is a question, what kind of spelling should I write? Okay. Is it the American type or is it the British type? So both types of spellings are accepted. But only those people who are looking at a PR score, you make sure in one answer you write only one type of spelling. So you don't write two types of spelling in one answer. Any one answer. Thumb rule for those people who are trying to get a PR score. So in one question, I'm not saying throughout the exam, just in one question. So this is one piece, right? In this one piece, you maintain only one spelling. That is for the broad group. If you cannot do it, you can mix, no problem. Okay, so it's recommended. All right. So then I'm sure based on this exercise, you have understood that you can how to answer dictation. I'm sure you understood, right? So you have confusion, you add extra words, sequence is not important. I think grammar is also not important and the sequence is not important. All right. So, but if you write for example, current research is there. Instead of current research, you write ongoing research. If you write, for example, you don't get marks. So PT does not look at the meaningfulness, I said already. So you have to write the exact word which is present in the audio, otherwise you don't get the marks. Right. Right. This is the thing. And one more thing, if you have a habit of uh, forgetting articles, a, and, the, prepositions, in, at, of, such words, what you can do, you can write them towards the end, a and the, of, to, for example. These are the words you often, rather you have a tendency to forget these words. What you can happily do is you can happily add them towards the end of the answer, and after that you can put full stop, nothing happens. All right. Okay. So there are four common challenges that students have with write from dictation. So I'll list out these problems, and I will also give you an antidote, the solution for all these problems. Number one problem, short-term memory. So remembering sentences is going to be generally difficult for the students, right? So if you can effectively if you can effectively employ this method, like, repeat until you write, repeat until you write. And if you can write down the sentence on erasable noteboard, it is going to fade away this problem. I'm going to give you a bigger solution, but this is a quick fix for your memory issue. What is it? Keep repeating the sentence until you write. If you wish a reference, you go back to my practice video, which is, I think, 3-4 minutes before this piece of video in the video. So go back to that part and see how I was repeating, how I closed my eyes. This piece you can have. And you can use erasable noteboard for writing down the sentence. If you're not very comfortable with typing, you can handwrite the sentence first and then you can enter it in the computer next. Number two, accent. So the students do not have any problem with normal, regular, light accent in the sentences. But if any sentence is heavily accented, that's when the students have problem. So this problem will go off as you practice. I'm going to give you a systematic plan, a proven plan that help hundreds of students getting their 90 scores in listening and speaking. I will share with you. Third one, concentration problem. So I'm sure you guys know the official duration of PT Academic exam today is 2 hours 15 minutes time. And you will be doing dictation almost after 2 hours plus 5 minutes. After 2 hours of 10 minutes, you will be getting onto the dictation. So the amount of energy you had before beginning the examination, the kind of concentration ability you had in the beginning of the exam, in the middle of the exam, you may not have, because this is the climax task, right? So how to improve the concentration? Nothing. So if you cannot concentrate much towards the end, what you have to do is you have to make dictation so much comfortable for you, so that even though you could not concentrate, even though you lack energy, you will be able to do it in the real test. Okay. I'm going to give you a plan for that also. The speed. Students don't have any problem with the sentences that are uttered in a slow fashion, in a slow manner. The sentence is coming. Nobody has any problem with such sentences. Agree? Right? Okay. But if the sentence is coming up at a speed, for example, this sentence we take, psychology has become a popular discipline among the college students, right? Psychology has become a popular discipline among the college students. No problem in catching it. You will catch it, you will write it, but the speed is increasing. Psychology has become a popular discipline among college students because it is coming fast, and the sentence is flat, the pronunciation is flat, the delivery was flat, there is no intonation. This is a problem. with some speed sentences, correct? So these four problems, if you have to avoid, if you have to minimize the impact of these problems, guys, I have a solid plan which has been helping my students from the last 10 years. I'm going to share that secret. So the problems are there with dictation. What is the proven solution? This solution is proven hundreds of times, thousands of times for my students who had problem in dictation. So this is the solution. You practice 10 questions per day on a row for 21 days. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. You have to practice 10 sentences every day, right? At the end of 21 sentences, you should have practiced some 210 sentences. And these 210 sentences, exposure, experience will work as an antidote, as a solution for your memory problem, your accent problem, because you get habituated to heavily accented sentences, so it solves your accent problem. And number three, it solves your concentration problem, because after 21 days of consistent practice, what happens is you will become super comfortable with write from dictation, so that does not demand so much of concentration from you. It becomes as as the same as parking your vehicle somewhere, right? Wearing a shirt every day. So you become very much comfortable with dictation. So with the habit getting installed in 21 days, it won't bother you so much in terms of concentration. And then speed, since you are getting again exposed to 210 sentences. In these 210 sentences, some sentences are slow, some are fast, some are super quick, some are flattish, some are well iterated. So you have right exposure, diversified sentences you are consuming in 21 days, which will make you a rock star of right from dictation, either a dawn of a dictation, basically. So this is something I'm not telling you for the sake of telling you. This is something I've seen with students who are super skeptical about their dictation accuracy, but after practicing for 21 days, they've achieved their target score in the real exam, maybe much more than the target score they've achieved in the real examination. So this is something you have to do. So I'll be, guys, doing videos regularly. Every week at least I'll make at least 2-3 videos on important tasks of PTE Academic. I'll share the exam insights. So by the way, I don't believe in giving you introductions and all. I don't want to waste anybody's time here. So that's why I don't talk about myself. But for those people who are interested, since we've come to the end, I am a certified PTE academic master trainer who trained around 500 trainers and who trained at least 10,000 students. And I've even reviewed the official guide of PT Academic some time back. If you purchase an official guide of little older version, you can get to see my photo, my review for the book at the backside of that particular official guide, which is a Bible for PT, right? And also I'm a frequent test taker of PT Academic exam, because I don't believe in sharing any fluff with my students. I believe in sharing only the stuff. Thank you so much. If you feel the class is helpful, the content is useful, subscribe to my channel. And please type in the chat box, which problem do you have? Do you have the memory problem? Do you have the content problem? Do you have the accent problem? Do you have the concentration problem? Do you have the speed problem? What problem you have with dictation? And also type in the comment box that are you ready to take up that 21-day challenge? If you're ready to take up the 21-day challenge, please type in the comment box like hashtag 21-day challenge, hashtag challenge accepted. These are the things you can do. I'll see you in the next lesson.